Isang mapayapang hapon Pilipinas. Ito po ang inyong balerina ng bayan, si Lisa Macuja Elizalde na bumabati sa lahat ng nakikinig sa DZRH Radio at sa mga nanonood sa DZRH TV, lalo na sa ating mga kasamahang alagad ng sining at kultura sa buong bansa. Kapag ganitong summer, maraming tao ang naghahanap ng bagong pagkakaabalahan tulad ng pagsali sa workshops at pag-explore ng iba't ibang creative hobbies. Minsan, nagsisimula lang ito bilang isang libangan, pero para sa iba, nagiging passion project, side gig, or even a full-time career. Isa sa mga karaniwang paraan para maipakita ang talento ng mga young artists ay ang pagsali sa mga art bazaars, which provide a greater opportunity for them to network and to share their craft with the public. So, paano kaya pwedeng palaguin ang isang simpleng libangan hanggang sa maging isang tunay na propesyon? Yan ang ating aalamin sa hapong ito sa kalahating oras ng masayang kwentuhan kasama ang visual artists and ceramicists na sina Hazel Rimando at Dianne Bencito. Dito lamang sa Art to Art. Magbabalik po kami pagkatapos ng ilang paalala.
Programang hatid ay sining at kulturang para sa lahat. Magbabalik ang Art to Art.
Tinesting, sinuri, siniyasan. Ang resulta? Super effective ang Shield sa pagpatay ng bakterya at virus. Shield Antibacterial Soap. Believe ang mga eksperto sa Philippine Nurses Association. At si Mami.
Tiwala ako sa Shield.
Shield Antibacterial Soap. Napatunayang mabisa. Ang mga nurse, tiwala.
Hello, Washi! Laundry day na naman!
Yay! Anong meron?
Mancha ng chocolate, putik, may libag pa.
Kaya natin yan! With Pride Washing Machine Detergent, may triple stain-away formula. Tanggal ang makapit, madikit, at malupit na dumit mancha. Kaya easy-easy ang labada.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon.
All you need is pride. All you need is pride. ACS.
Usapang sining at kultura para sa lahat. Art to Art.
Nandito pa rin tayo sa Art to Art at kasama natin sa hapong ito ang ceramicists and visual artists na sina Hazel Rimando at Dianne Bencito. Magandang hapon, Hazel. Magandang hapon sa iyo, Dianne.
Magandang hapon po.
Welcome to Art to Art.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
First time ninyo sa aming programa, no?
Yes
And
po.
nakita ko nga puno ang aming studio with examples of your work. So, magbalik tanaw muna tayo. Hazel, Dianne, paano kaya kayo nagsimula sa pottery? Was it something you always wanted to do? Or did you stumble upon it by chance?
By chance ko po siya actually na-stumble kasi I was supposed to take a watercolor course po in UP. And then they said it was full. So, full slots na po. Okay, try mo na yung pottery. So, sabi ko, ano yung pottery? Ang alam ko lang na pottery is Harry Potter nga po.
Yeah.
Sabi, okay, sige po. And then, nung tinry ko po siya, suddenly I was good at it. It clicked for me. And then, ito na po yung mga works ko. Ayun. And then, up until now, I am an instructor, freelance artist in pottery po. So, natuloy-tuloy ko po siya from there.
So, sa UP, sa kaunang na-expose sa
Yes
pottery. Okay. Dianne, ikaw naman.
Ako po, I stumbled upon it. Originally, hindi po ako yung may gustong mag-pottery. One of my best friends during the pandemic, naghahanap siya ng magagawa sa bahay. Nagkayayaan kami sumali sa isang online class. So, pinadala po yung supply sa bahay. Tapos, gumawa kami, nasa Zoom call lang kami nag-aral mula sa isang teacher. Ang teacher ko po nun is si Renzo. Tapos po nun, pinadala yung mga work sa kanya, niluto, binalik. Actually, ito po yung pinakauna kong gawa from that workshop. Tapos po, actually, hindi pa siya ganun kagandahan. May cracks pa nga kasi hindi pa ako ganun ka
Para ano yung design niya? Mukha
Rabbit
siyang
po.
rabbit. Okay, rabbit.
Rabbit po.
Aha.
Cute.
Tapos
see.
nun, ang nangyari po is, nagustuhan niya yung design, tinanong niya kung okay i-post dun sa feed niya to share na work ng estudyante. Tapos, parang as a thank you na pumayag akong ma-post, nagpadala siya ng clay. Ngayon na may clay ulit ako, anong gagawin ko sa clay? Gumawa lang ako ulit. Tapos parang nag-back and forth po kami na ganun. Until parang tuloy-tuloy na akong gumagawa na parang hobby ko siya during the pandemic. Ayun po.
Wow. Okay. So Hazel, you love incorporating pop culture into your ceramics. So ano yung pinaka-unique or unexpected pop culture reference na naisip mong gawin bilang pottery piece, and how did the people react to it?
More po na rather than unexpected, I just go for what my heart feels po. As a really big anime fan din po. If you can see, ayan, pop culture po talaga from the animes that I've watched din po. At saka I'm a big fan of Japanese culture din po. So if you notice, ito rin po, Miss Liza, meron akong Daruma cups. That came to be because as a person po na medyo all over the place.
So this is a Daruma cup?
Yes po.
Okay.
And the eyes are really blank po talaga. And the reason for that is originally Darumas were made to be wish dolls. So you make a wish on them, you write one eye, and then pag nagkatotoo na yung wish nyo, you write the other eye. Tapos, I interpreted that po as a, instead of wish, it's a task. So, a wish is just a task na nilagyan mo ng, the other way around po. A task is just a wish na nilagyan mo ng timeline, realistic siya. So, as a person po na walang object permanence, pag hindi ko siya nakikita, I don't kind of remember it. Ayun, I made something na I can drink from in the morning. I set my goal for the day, then I draw one eye. And then once I finish that goal for the whole day po, I draw the other eye. So, and then wash and repeat lang po siya.
So you mean you can really wash it out
Yes po.
afterwards?
Like ano po, dry erase
Dry
marker.
erase marker.
So
whiteboard
recyclable.
marker. Yes.
I
Yun po yung
see.
design.
Oo.
Ayan
Wow.
po.
It's a very efficient way to get things done.
Yes,
Oo. Kasi meron ka talagang reminder. Nagkakapip ka pa lang, alam mo na, ay, itong kailangan kong gawin.
Yes,
Oo.
correct po.
Okay, wow.
Yan po yun. Thank you so
And
much po.
the anime?
Ito po, anime po. Ito po
Ito
from
anime
sports
naman.
anime po siya. Ito po, fantasy anime. May
anime.
powers po sila, gano'n.
I see. So may powers din siyang gumawa ng kape nila.
Ayan po, kaya niya pong mag-cut in half. Ayan, inspired po by a, Russian doll.
Yes, yung matryoshka.
Yes.
Oo. Okay. So, Dianne, ikaw naman, your love for storytelling shows in your ceramics.
Yes.
So, paano mo na-incorporate yung fascination mo with fables and myths into your own pottery designs?
Kasi ako po, well, I'm more of an illustrator before I went into ceramics. So, somehow, nung nag-start ako mag-ceramics, mostly simple shapes and forms lang yung ginagawa ko. Kasi I wanted to put my illustration onto them.
Yes.
So, usually po, for example, just a few months ago, we did the Little Prince
Little
Fair.
Prince, yes.
Favorite book ko po siya growing up. Like, I really, really love yung concept ng story niya. Tapos, bumabalik siya sa childhood ko.
Correct.
So, I make things na may significance po sa Little Prince. So, ito yung rose dun sa Little Prince. Tapos,
Okay.
yung fox.
As
Ayan po.
pins
Tapos,
po
ano
sila.
sila? Pins. Nasusuot sila.
Okay.
So, parang daily reminder din siya sa akin na parang bumabalik ako sa childhood ko. And then, this one actually inspired siya dun sa airplane dun sa Little Prince.
Yes.
So,
Oo.
functional item siya kasi jar siya eh.
Oo.
Pwedeng lagayan ng sing-sing. Ayan.
Okay.
Tapos, pwede din siyang, so, for me, I like building stories. Tas gusto ko na re-represent ko siya sa ibang tao. Kasi, minsan, yung nai-imagine kong forms and shapes, hindi siya physically visible to others. Tinatry ko lang siya i-materialize. So, binabalik ko siya. Kaya yung mga works ko medyo whimsical, colorful. Doon po ako kumukuha talaga ng inspiration.
I see. Okay. So, well, pottery is a long and delicate process. So, may moments ba na nagiging frustrating talaga siya? How do you deal with the failures like broken pieces or designs na they don't turn out the way you imagine?
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Meron, ito nga po, yung ginawa po nating example. Actually, hindi po siya functional kasi you cannot put coffee or any drink in this kasi may crack
Nag-crack
po
po
siya
isa
sa
nga.
ilalim.
I see.
It just so happens that I kept it po kasi nagustuhan ko yung kanyang glaze. So sometimes there are really pieces that you have to accept its flaws. Flaws and all kasi nagustuhan mo yung overall niya. So it's not because it has a crack na hindi ko siya gagamitin, but it's because I keep it because of the process that I've done. Pinaghirapan po natin sila. Ayun.
Tapos, ano naman, for me, like, usually for ceramics, unexpected siya because the medium itself,
Yes.
si clay, para din siyang friend mo.
It's like a
Minsan,
person.
kakulitan mo din, magde-decide siya kung gusto niyang bumagsak, mag-collapse, gusto niyang mabuo. Minsan, parang you're just making or shaping with it, pero siya mismo may gusto siyang ibang puntahan. So, even if may goal ka, minsan dun sa throughout the process, nagbabago din po yung ano. So, parang you have to accept na you're working with the medium, and then from then on, you're collaborating with it rather than forcing it to become its own shape. Ganun po.
I see. And, you know, aside from making your own pieces, you also teach.
Yes.
You both also teach, no?
Yes.
So, ano yung pinaka-memorable experiences ninyo in teaching the beginners, especially the kids?
When it comes to kids, si Dianne po
For
ang magandang
kids
tanong.
classes po, mostly ako, I have a background din po kasi with being a preschool teacher.
Ay, okay.
I was a preschool teacher for over 2 years in a parang non-traditional school. So parang, ano siya, holistic school. So, meron silang art classes, meron silang mga dance classes, singing classes included dun sa program. And then, when I transitioned to ceramics, I was the one who teach our summer camp program with kids. So, ang nakakatuwa po sa kanila, ma-mention mo lang once, sila na mismo nagtuturo sa isa't isa. Tas it's such a collaborative process for them na parang, I like your color, can I borrow, can I have mine? Ano, or nagko-compare sila na parang, I like, minsan favorite characters nila yung ginagamit nilang reference sa design nila. They will make it, tas nagsasabi sa, favorite ko din to. And so it's lovely to see na may bond silang na-form. Tapos usually, ang favorite part ko is na-exercise yung patience nila.
Yeah.
Kasi whenever they make something, one of the common question is, pwede ko na uuwi today? Which is true. We always have to remind them, you have to be patient, we have to dry it, we have to put it in the kiln. Siguro mga 2 or 3 weeks mo pa bago makuha, babalikan niyo siya ni mommy mo dito. And then, sila mismo nagsasabi, okay, I'll make something else then. Tapos pag bumalik sila, tapos nakukuha na nila, sila mismo nagsabi, this is for my drink, this is for my juice. So, it's nice na parang from start to finish, nare-recognize nila yung process. And they don't put too much weight dun sa final piece.
Yeah. Yes.
Na-enjoy talaga nila yung paggawa. Hindi lang yung last na cup by the end. Ganun po.
Okay. So, these are the kids. What about the adult learners?
For the adults po, when based in experience po, is they tend to have a sort of final product in mind
Na
already. Expectations there. So I always tell them to throw your expectations, perfectionisms out the window po muna. You're just learning the craft unless humawak ka na ng clay before and you've had experience. Then we can adjust. Pero for the complete beginners, talagang I ask them to throw all of the expectation, perfectionism out the window po muna. That way, you're free of that burden and then makakagawa lang kayo.
Yeah.
The moment po kasi na your brain clicks off and you just focus on the present, kung ano lang yung hinuhulma mo in the wheel or hinuhulma mo with your hands when you're hand building, doon lang kayo nakafocus and there's magic in that. Talagang doon lang po talaga kayo, you're not divided based dun sa future na ina-expect nyo. Ayun. And then we explain the same thing. You can't bring it home today. So, ayun. Alright, I'll book another session with you. I'll pick it up next week. Whatever. Ayun po.
Okay. So, aside from having to have patience, ano pa yung, what would you say are the other basic characteristics that one must have to be successful in pottery? I mean, whether as a hobby or a profession.
Presence of mind. Yun yung number 1. Kasi, ang clay, for example, nagwi-wheel din po ako kagaya ni Hazel. May difference kasi siya. Nakikita nila sa mga videos, parang andali gawin. Parang ang simple. And
Parang
then sabi
balay
nila,
din yan eh.
automatic. Yes po. Parang
Iniisip
sinasabi
nila ang
nila,
madali yan.
Madali
Hindi
yan.
mahirap.
Pero
Oh my gosh.
you have to remind them, kaya siya mukhang madali. Meron ng years of experience
Yes.
yung gumagawa. Pero sila kasi parang, kaya kailangan mo ng presence of mind. Kahit yung micro movements ng kamay mo as you
that's
hold
true.
yung clay,
Even
may-
as you let go.
kahit po umatching ka, magbabago yan ng shape. Minsan po ganun. So, kailangan yung presence of mind mo sa movements mo, aware ka sa state of mind mo. Minsan nagre-reflect din po, kunyari yung brain mo punong-puno ng thoughts, may iniisip ka na beyond the fact.
Galit ka,
Galit
gutom
ka, gutom ka,
pagod ka. Ganun.
hindi ka din makakabuo eh. Nagre-reflect siya.
Yes.
So, presence.
Presence. Be in the now, more like, yes. Yun po.
Ang naalala ko dun yung eksena sa Ghost. Yung gumagawa siya.
Correct, yes po. Yan nga po.
Tapos
yun.
na-distract siya.
Na-distract
Opo.
yun.
As nawala na
anyway,
yung
One split second lang po talaga. Out
Sira
na
na siya.
Oo. Well, marami pa po tayong pag-uusapan kasama ang visual artists and pottery teachers na sina Dianne Bencito at Hazel Rimando. Dito pa rin sa Art to Art, magbabalik po kami pagkatapos ng ilang paalala.
Programang hatid ay sining at kulturang para sa lahat. Magbabalik ang Art to Art. Schedule ng mga inaabangang konsyerto. Update sa mga magagandang panoorin sa mga tanghalan at teatro. Narito na ang Art to Art Calendar.
Narito ang ating arts calendar. Sa sining visual, inihahandog ng Ayala Museum ang Amorsolo Chroma, isang interactive exhibition na nagpapakilala kay national artist Fernando Amorsolo sa bagong henerasyon ng mga Filipino. Nagbukas noong April 25, patuloy itong makikita hanggang September 7. Kasama sa mga obrang nagpapakita ng mga pastoral scenes at landscapes na tatak Amorsolo, mayroon ding mga hands-on experiences tulad ng paint by color walls, mga color vision deficiency digital stations at isang light room na nagpapakita kung paano ginagamit ang kulay sa sining at teknolohiya. Ang Ayala Museum ay bukas Martes hanggang Linggo at matatagpuan sa Makati Avenue, corner de la Rosa Street, Makati City. Sa teatro, inihahandog ng The Necessary Theater kasama ang Why Not Manila, ang one-man show na Via Dolorosa. Tampok si Bart Gingona bilang performer at director ng dula ni David Hare na tumatalakay sa mga tema ng identity, conflict at faith. Batay ito sa paglalakbay ni Hare sa Israel at Palestine. Patuloy na magkakaroon ng palabas sa May 9, 10 at 11 sa Why Not MNL na matatagpuan sa 4th floor ng Caribbean Studios, Chino Roses Avenue, Makati City. Para sa ticket, bumisita sa Facebook at Instagram page ng The Necessary Theater o ng Why Not Manila. Sa musika, tampok ang pagtatanghal ng Metropolitan Opera ng Aida ni Giuseppe Verdi sa The Met Live in HD Season 10 ng Cultural Center of the Philippines. Mapapanood ito sa May 6, alas 5:30 ng hapon sa Cinema 1 ng Glorieta 4, Makati City. Sa direksyon ng Tony Award winner na si Michael Mayer, ang Aida ay kwento ng bawal na pag-ibig habang may nangyayaring digmaan sa pagitan ng Ethiopia at Egypt. Para sa karagdagang detalye, bumisita sa Facebook page ng CCP o kaya sa website nito na www.culturalcenter.gov.ph.
Tinesting, sinuri, siniyasan. Ang resulta? Super effective ang Shield sa pagpatay ng bakterya at virus. Shield Antibacterial Soap. Believe ang mga eksperto sa Philippine Nurses Association. At si Mami.
Tiwala ako sa Shield.
Shield Antibacterial Soap. Napatunayang mabisa. Ang mga nurse, tiwala.
Hello, Washi! Laundry day na naman!
Yay! Anong meron?
Mancha ng chocolate, putik, may libag pa!
Kaya natin yan! With Pride Washing Machine Detergent, may triple stain-away formula. Tanggal ang makapit, madikit, at madupit na dumit mancha. Kaya easy-easy ang labada.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon!
All you need is pride. All you need is pride. ACS.
Usapang sining at kultura para sa lahat. Art to Art.
Andito pa rin tayo sa Art to Art at kasama pa rin natin ang ceramicists and visual artists na sina Dianne Bencito at Hazel Rimando. So kanina nga ay pinag-usapan natin ang mga karanasan ninyo as ceramicists and pottery teachers.
Yes po.
Pero hindi lang ceramics ang inyong forte. Both of you are also visual artists.
Yes.
So kaya ngayon, we'll switch things up a bit. While we continue our conversation, Hazel and Dianne will be doing a live sketching session. At ako, ang kanilang magiging model. Okay. So anyway, excited na ako makita ang mga results sa end of the show. So game na. Let's begin. So, Hazel, Dianne, if you look back at your earliest drawings, may nakikita ba kayong themes or subjects na dala-dala ninyo pa rin hanggang ngayon? And how has your style evolved over time?
Ako kasi more on observatory yung drawings ko ever since I was young. Kung ano yung nakikita ko, yun po yung dinodrawing ko. So, kunyari, nagpunta kami sa park, may nakita akong interesting, dodrawing ko yung pusa sa kanto, ganyan. So, to this day, I still participate in different groups that do that. So, urban sketchers, tapos sa Sunday Nudes. Ano po sila, may mga instances na umiikot lang kami place to place, tapos dinodrawing lang namin, nakikita namin. Sa Sunday Nudes naman po, may mga model. Tapos, yung mga poses nila, yun yung mga dinodrawing namin. So, parang, for me, sketching and drawing is more like a way for me to preserve yung mga memories ko. So, I tend to draw and capture moments.
Okay.
So, yun yung gusto ko about it. That's why I always draw.
I think ang urban sketchers naging guest na rin namin dito, no, sa Art to Art. Okay. So, Dianne, ikaw naman. Ay, sorry. Hazel, ikaw naman.
I guess po from childhood, actually people na po yung napupusuan kong i-drawing most of the time. Kasi ang mga earliest sketches ko po, yung mga mukha ng lolo ko, mukha ng mom ko, dad ko, ganun. Hindi rin naman po evident. May face sculpture din po ako dito.
Yes, I see. Para vase siya, pero face.
Yes po.
Okay.
Actually, one of my early works din po yan sa pottery. So, I guess nag-translate na lang din po siya from drawing to something 3D or three-dimensional po. Ayun, people are interesting to me. I like to people watch. So, ayun po. So, kaya siguro nag-translate siya when I'm drawing people. Kahit na movement is there, I try to sketch as fast as I can kasi similar to what Dianne said, capturing the moment, capturing the memory is the goal.
And for sketching, I think you're using now mga colored pencil, no?
Colored pencils po. And then later
but there's
on,
also watercolor?
watercolor.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes po.
All right. Ako, 0 ang grade ko noon sa art. So, pero magaling akong sewing tsaka knitting and crochet.
Yes, yes.
Yun
No,
naman aking
actually,
talent.
nagcro-crochet.
Hidden talent. So, how would you market your work as artists? So, alam namin that you join bazaars. So, do you also post your works on social media? And how is this self-marketing experience working for you? What lessons have you learned along the way, marketing-wise? No?
Actually, at a point in time, I had a parang identity crisis how to market myself kasi I loved drawing cutesy things, mga pangbatang bagay. I wanted to be a children's book illustrator. So, pinupush ko sarili ko to make more of those works. But at the same time, my natural instinct to draw what I see, I also draw realistically. So, medyo nagkaroon ako ng moment that I struggled parang blending the two. And then I just decided, why do I have to split it apart? I just put it together. So right now po, I work with posting my stuff under the name Double D Do. Because I dabble in a lot of things from ceramics. Nagsusew din po ako.
Okay.
And then I also do painting and art. And I always want to try different aspects. So for me naman, hindi siya naging limit, I guess.
True.
More on like exploration taga. Tapos to market, usually kami ni Hazel nagyayayaan.
True.
So, for example, the past bazaars we've done, I saw it as an ad and then I invited her, do you want to join? Kasi it's also nice to have a friend there.
Yeah.
That's
Kasi,
So, do you always join together?
not
sa
always
mga
po.
bazaars and
With other friends as well. So, parang nag-interchange.
Yes, tama naman. It just so happens po na as a kalad-karin friend and available that time.
Okay.
So, ayun po, napaunlakan natin ang invitation ni Dianne that day. Tas, shocked din po kasi I also love The Little Prince as a an adult now, pero way before as a kid, syempre patok na patok din po siya as a children's literature. So, ayun, actually, ano po, doon din po kami open up as a, ganito, nagchichikahan lang po, we just talk, and then we do the art, we do the live sketching, or we do the on-the-spot thing, and then naka-display lang din po yung works namin, na themed as The Little Prince. Ayun po.
And do you also have a social media account?
Yes, we do. I do po. I post my ceramic stuffs under Hello Hazel naman on IG and on Facebook po. And then, ayun, for my illustration, actually illustrating po, I haven't done it in a long time.
Yeah.
I'm more on a potter now. Pero so this is a good way for me to delve back into an old love. Revisiting it po. Ayun.
Okay. Bumabalik naman yung skill.
Bumabalik naman po
Mabilis
siya.
naman bumalik.
Para po siyang riding a bike. Never naman po siyang nawala. So like, it's just always been there.
All right. So how did your families react when you decided to be full-time artists? Were you offered other career options?
So for me, my mom has always been supportive of my art naman ever since I was a kid. Lahat ng mapag-interesan ko na medyo creative, siya yung naghahanap ng options for us to do it. I actually did a bit of ballet when I was younger. And she would be the one to look for the workshops or minsan sa TV, yung mga pinapanood ko noon, uso pa yung show na Art Attack. Tsaka yung...
Naalala ko yung show na yun, yung Art Attack. Paborito yun ng mga
Ayun
anak
po.
ko.
So, my mom has always been so supportive about that kind of stuff. And there was a point in time that I actually switched from my previous course. I was an architecture student. And then I just said, I really want to do art. So, I pursued multimedia instead. I guess, after a while din naman, once they realize na may foothold ka din, they get parang relaxed na parang kaya mo yan. So, for me, I didn't really have a hard transition to going full-time as an artist. I got lucky with the support. Pero, of course, you gotta work hard para ma-maintain yung ganong klaseng, parang, it's a lifestyle din kasi to be able to commit to just doing art full-time.
Yes, that's true.
Kailangan talaga productive ka.
That's true.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's not just ano lang din naman po it's different from when you have a regular work, I guess, because you're accountable for your tasks, and then you have a higher up, and then you have people who are below you. Pero when you're an artist, you're all of them.
Yeah.
You're wearing multiple hats po talaga. So ayun, discipline is, I guess, a must here. Even though very on the opposite side po siya, kasi you would think as an artist,
the images, that carefree life.
Carefree life, yes.
Yeah.
So, it's not all the time like that po. Of course, there's an aspect na you have to be creative for you to be able to
And you
produce.
have to know how to multitask.
Correct.
Like what we're doing now.
Yes,
Yes, we are like sketching, conversing, doing an interview. Okay.
Correct.
So, Hazel, actually, balita ko, you also do impromptu wedding sketches?
Yes
Yeah.
po, we
Okay.
do. I am with a group po. We're called KL Arts and Crafts. We go for wedding or actually any event naman po. We go for birthdays, anniversaries, ganun po. We invite the guests to come over to our booth, and then they have their pictures taken, and then we sketch them. And then at the end of the day, yun po yung nagiging souvenir nila. So that's it
I
po.
see. Okay. And how did you find this niche?
This niche po, actually it found me, luckily. I guess I'm in that mindset po na, okay, I'll just keep putting myself out there, yun po, keep making noise or keep posting your art online. And then, they found me, and then I accepted their invite naman po. And then I'm enjoying po the time that I'm having with them. Because it's a really good way to come back and bring up the old techniques that I've been learning. Ayan po. So, yun. That's my transition back into illustrating po. As opposed to Dianne, who's been doing it on a regular basis talaga.
Okay. I mean, do you feel pressured when people watch you work?
I actually find it sometimes more fun.
More fun. Okay.
Actually.
Kasi I may be doing art and there can be other artists watching me, but we don't do it the same way.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
I find it really nice kasi, especially since I joined those like drawing communities as well, I get to see their own process, and sometimes that's where you do the collaborative part of learning from others. So, and the thing is, if you shy away from showing your work, you're happy with your work, but if it doesn't get shown to anybody else, how can you prove it's there? So,
yeah.
for me, the fact na people can see me work, they see yung skill, they see yung actual, like, the years of practice, and then I'm happy when they say they like what I make, and it's really, parang for me, gratifying to know na I'm doing something that also gives joy to others and not
That's
just
true.
myself.
That's
So,
true.
that's why I like, and I'm okay with, like, people watching as I draw or I paint.
Okay. Okay. So, Dianne, actually, you created a character based on yourself?
Yes, parang my character is personified, pero it's an animal. So, the name of the character is Dayap, actually. Pero since I also post it sometimes in English, I also call them Lime. So it's like a rabbit. So it's a rabbit who's an artist, pero it was a reflection of me that I like bouncing around in terms of doing multiple things. So parang siya yung reflection ko. And then when I try to like create art, minsan if I want to represent myself in my own work, siya yung dinodrawing ko doing the things. So dressing up or doing activities na parang I would love to do but I haven't tried yet. So, si Lime po, opo.
Alright, okay. But, tapos, kapag nagpatong-patong na ang kliyente at estudyante, how do you stay focused and creative when working under pressure?
Actually, good question. We go for, usually my system would be go for the first one who messaged you, the first one who contacted you. That's also the first one you get back to. So first in, first out. And then usually, I'm actually surprised po. Actually, people are very understanding naman when it comes to art. They really go for, we understand. It's a long process. So you'd be shocked. Actually, I'm shocked that
They're
people,
patient.
They're patient.
They're patient also.
Talaga
Yeah.
po. So yun. Happy accidents.
I think the number one thing then is you gotta communicate to them.
That's true. That's
Kasi
true.
even if, for example, they themselves are not artists, they would have expectations, kunyari, how fast
Yeah.
to
That's
work
true.
or how many you can handle. You yourself should know if you can take it, kung
Yeah.
kaya mo ba yung ganito kadaming clients, or is it better for you to take a break so you can revisit yung roots mo while you are doing it?
That's
Yes.
true.
Kasi if you just keep accepting and accepting, it's overwhelming. You're gonna start not liking doing what you used to love.
Yeah,
Yes,
and there's
that's
always
true.
the danger of burnout.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Okay.
So taking a break, asking help. So even for us, like at the studio, if I can't, I will even call on to them na parang if they can sub for me on certain days.
That's
Kasi
true.
we deserve the break as well.
That's
So
true.
you have to work hard, but you also
Have
can
to rest
rest.
hard. Yes.
take a break in between. Yes po.
Yeah, well, speaking about speed, talagang mabilis kayong mag-drawing at mag-sketch. But we're gonna look at, I'm so excited to see that. But before that, do you have any upcoming events or workshops that you would like to invite the public to go to this May?
workshops? Yeah.
May,
So,
June, July.
So for us, in terms of workshops, we work in 2 different studios, but
Yes.
they're parang friends. So I work in Pottery Sessions. It's a studio in Poblacion sa Makati. We actually do a summer camp for kids for pottery. So parang every day they come to the studio, they make a new project, tapos they come a series of classes. Tapos end of summer, they have a collection of all their personal works na. So we do that. You can find more about it sa website, www.potterysessions.com. And then regularly then we have classes even for adults. So every weekend we have classes on the wheel and hand building. So, ang difference kasi hand-built po, hindi siya yung parang Patrick Swayze.
Yes, sa Demi
By
Moore
hand,
and
hindi siya Demi Moore. Kamay lang po talaga.
Oo.
Maganda din po siyang exercise if you need
That's
something
true.
to be a bit more physical.
a bit more tactile.
Tactile siya eh.
Okay.
Ayun. Then si
And
Hazel.
then for me po, I am currently with AMT Ceramic Studios in Quezon City naman po. And then sometimes I am also part of the pool of instructors in pottery sessions. We also offer workshops both in hand building and in wheel pottery. And then you can also find out about these workshops po sa aming website din, amtceramics.com.
amtceramics.com. All right. Okay. How about rejection? How do you handle clients that say, I don't like that? Or, yeah, yung mga ganun.
I think you have to develop a thick skin and not take it personal. That's one thing. Kasi there is a taste level din eh. So some people will approach you because they want something. But if you know, kunyari, it's something you cannot commit to, you should be able to accept na parang maybe it's not for you, it's for somebody else.
Yes.
Or you can pass it along to someone who you think is fitting for something like that. So, minsan din na-experience ko yun. Like, I do commissioned work as well, like illustrations. I would be halfway through a book for someone and somewhere along the lines, hindi nag-work out. You have to remember it's not because of you. It may be a change in direction. It can be a switch to parang maybe there's other things na out of your control. Pero you have to also like take a step back. Maybe just consider it as a learning step. Na,
Step, yes.
okay, this is what I can improve on the next time I have another clientele or the next time I have another project.
Yeah.
Kasi if you just keep lamenting on it,
Dwelling
ikaw din
on it.
yung malulungkot na parang hindi ka makamove on. So,
That's true.
I think it's better to also look at it in a positive light, pero don't take it for granted. You also should learn from it. Yun.
Yeah.
For
That's
me,
true.
yun.
Oo.
And then,
Agree naman din ako doon. Kasi there's a certain level po of, when you're an artist, you pour your heart into your craft. Your heart, your soul, dugot, pawis mo yan, ganun. So, at the same time, there's a level of detachment because that's not you. So, whenever we have rejections, talagang I take into consideration what went wrong, what's the goal ba, did I not reach it? Kind of nagiging mas objective ako in that sense. So, ayun, hindi po siya, I don't take it to heart because if you do, maapektuhan yung future projects mo that could turn out better than your current one that got rejected. So, ayun po.
Okay. Well, and now, it's the time to see your sketches. Or, kailangan pa ng konting
a few
time.
lines.
A few
I
more
think I'm
lines.
okay for mine.
Well, excited na kaming makita ang gawa ninyo. So, maybe when I count 2, 3, we turn the
papers.
the sketchbooks around.
Na-pressure ako.
No pressure.
A few more strokes of the brush.
1001,
1,002.
1002,
3.
and 3. Yay! Wow!
Di pa tapos yung outfit ni Miss Lisa. Pero like, we're getting there.
That's okay. Aww. Thank you so much.
Thank you din po.
Thank you so much. Matatapos din yan. Oo, okay. Maraming salamat sa pagdalaw ninyo sa aming programa.
Thank you din
And
po.
thank you for doing the live sketching session
Thank
with
you for
us.
having us po.
I love your work. I
Thank
love
you.
all of this that's here in our studio. And of course, I wish you both all the best.
Thank you
Thank you so much po.
Hanggang sa susunod na linggo, samahan ninyo kami ulit dito sa Art to Art, kung saan ang usapang sining at kultura ay para sa lahat. Ito po ang inyong balerina ng bayan, Lisa Macuja Elizalde, nagpupugay sa artistang Pilipino.